February's jobs data revealed a striking stat about millions of Americans. More people than ever have multiple jobs. Now,
a big part of the mental health issues today is corporate America, is capitalism in terms of just like too much is expected of people.
Y'all, I went to work today. But that ain't the bad part.
The idea that people are working multiple jobs but still struggling to make ends meet is a powerful and concerning reality that more and more individuals are facing. It's a paradox of sorts. Despite the hustle, the hard work, and the constant grind, many find themselves just barely scraping by. This phenomenon highlights several deeper issues: wages that have stagnated or failed to keep pace with inflation, the rising costs of living, and a growing income inequality gap. In some cases, people are juggling jobs just to cover basic needs like rent, healthcare, and food, leaving little room for savings, investment, or even personal time. It's a sign of a larger systemic problem, where working harder doesn't necessarily equate to working smarter or living better. What do you think about this issue? Have you seen examples of it in your own life or community?
February's jobs data revealed a striking stat about millions of Americans. More people than ever have multiple jobs. Now, this trend isn't new. Last year, we reported on the rise of two-job workers who say there aren't enough hours in the day to stay afloat. Their reasons range from being short on cash to it simply being easier to find a second job now than it was before. And that's thanks to gig work like Uber or DoorDash and the rise of work from home.
Does anyone else feel like they're absolutely drowning financially? As a single 29-year-old woman, I have 3 jobs and I'm still struggling.
Despite having 3 jobs, Jordan Skirha finds herself immersed in a financial crisis that is pushing her to the limit, both physically and mentally.
I feel like I'm drowning and I don't know what to do.
She has used her credit card excessively, trying to maintain a good standard of living. But now, debts are suffocating her, and she doesn't know what to do with her life anymore.
And I'm just getting myself farther and farther into credit card debt because I don't have enough after the first of the month to avoid using it. It just isn't working.
Have you ever been in the same situation?
I think the reality is, for a lot of people in the US, whether we're proud to have multiple jobs or not, a lot of us need them. Many people in the US cannot afford their rent or their mortgage or their food or their childcare or their insurance. In our society, being able to pay our medical bills is not a foregone conclusion. The cost of living in many places here in the US is very, very high, and the income does not match what our costs actually are. And if something catastrophic happens, like an accident of some kind, we are genuinely screwed. GoFundMe is basically one of the biggest healthcare providers in the United States. Like, American citizens take to crowdfunding to pay their medical bills. So while many people are certainly capitalistic in the US, for many people, it is just the basic way of life to afford living here.
A big part of the mental health issues today is corporate America, is capitalism in terms of just like too much is expected of people that are not paid enough to give a crap about certain things, and the people that are highly, highly compensated are incompetent. Like, totally, I don't know if this shocks you or not. I mean, at this point, nothing really surprises me, but how incompetent some of these leaders are. Leaders, they're not even leaders. And the burden of, like, all of this stuff seems to fall on the lowly paid workers that have to fight tooth and nail for a raise in this inflationary environment. Like, what is going on here? I mean, and then we're seeing burnout and depression and all this stuff going on, and yet you're not supposed to talk about mental health or else you'll get discriminated at work. That's a big part of the problem. It's crazy.
Y'all, I went to work today. But that ain't the bad part. the bad part is I went to work yesterday too. That's not the worst part. The worst part is I gotta go to work tomorrow and I work a double. Making money. making money. It's no work. I do not work. I'm gonna call out. No, I'm not gonna call out. I'm gonna go because I need money.
You know that 8.7 million people are working a second and a third job in the United States? That's staggering when you think about that. Staggering. Hi, I'm Steve. I'm a husband of one, I'm a father of two college kids, and I help people make money online by starting an online business. So when I see that number, it blows me away. And the reason why, first of all, we have a lot of hardworking people, right? They're not afraid of hard work. They care about their families. They want to be successful, want to give their families everything that they could dream of, right? That's what they want. That's the American dream. But think about all those people that are missing out on family moments. So those people now are working full-time jobs. They're working nights. They're working weekends. They're working holidays. What are they doing? They're missing their kid's first step. They're missing their daughter's recital. They're missing their son's basketball game. They're missing their mom's birthday party. They're missing Easter dinner or Thanksgiving dinner. These are events you can't go back. You can't go back in time and be with your mother for her 89th birthday again. No, because you had to work. You can't go back and hear your kid's first word. No, because you're in your second job and you're out working at nighttime. No. We can't miss those moments, guys. Life's too short. Whether you have a family or you don't, life is too short. What are we doing? Well, you know what? We didn't know any better. We thought that was the way it is. We were always taught that. Well, not anymore. It's 2025. Online business, digital business. Get a business that can work for you online automatically while you are spending those moments with your family, while you're watching your kid take the first step, while you're rooting on your daughter at a recital, while you're on vacation, whatever the heck you're doing, you're not going to miss those moments. You're going to be able to create more. So I found a way to do this, and I want to help you. So drop a ready in the comments if you want to learn more about how I do this, and I would love to help you. Let's go.